Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Welcome to the Saturday Super Stream. We are here to have a look at the Championship games and the one dearly departed game. We normally look at Ipswich as well, but they are postponed yet again due to COVID. So over the next couple of hours, we will be reacting to all of the goals as they go in. Let me know if you're in the chat. Let me know you can see me, hear me loudly, clearly. Let me know if you are watching a game, and we will make it our business to come to you for updates. Let me know anything you want, basically, what's happening in your game. There are the fixtures for today in the Championship. We've got them scrolling at the bottom as well, but I'll read them out. Last night, it was Sheffield Wednesday, 10 points in 4 games now for Wednesday. They won 1-0 over Derby. And in the 3 p.m s, we have Birmingham versus Blackburn, Huddersfield versus Reading, Millwall versus Coventry, Norwich versus Barnsley, Preston versus Forest, Swansea versus Watford, Wycombe versus Borough. Tonight, 7:45, Stoke versus Bournemouth. 3 games postponed: Brentford, Bristol City, and Luton QPR for COVID. Rotherham versus Cardiff postponed for snow, of all things, when we thought COVID was the only thing that could get the better of us in terms of a game. Let's say hello to you guys in the chat. What are you guys saying in here? Miller's off again. Snow this time. Hi to Carl. Some clubs in League One haven't played. Yeah, I support one of them. Liam's here. JR is here. NFFC is here. Can finally enjoy a Saturday Super Stream without QPR losing. Yeah, they are not playing. Get involved, Chris. Keep us updated. QPR forever. Let's go, Mr. Bloomberg. Eli's here. FIFA Gamer says, Ben, the QPR fan. So let's put him, and I've got a new slide for this. There it is, everybody. If I remove that, he's going to go and be the first one today to go into the fake news sin bin. So in goes FIFA Gamer there. He's in for 5 minutes. Won't be able to comment now. What is that countdown music? It's music, NFFC forever. You make your question more specific. It reminds me. So it's just a drum beat I took off the internet. Eli is here. Good job we're not at home. Where are Barnsley today? They're at Norwich, aren't they? Difficult game. Hello to Max Heat. Number 1 Henners. Yes, Ben. Indeed. Good to see you. Paul Cook, favourite for the Sheffield Wednesday manager post. Take him, wouldn't you? Hey, gets them anywhere near how Wigan were last season. Good afternoon to Richard, Superstream. Anir is here. Liam is here. This is great. Great to see all of you guys here. Rotherham aren't going to lose today. No, they are not. And I have no Pepsi Max left. So I'm going to drink Shaylee's 7-Up 3, which is an acquired taste, which I'll no doubt get used to. Do I think Wednesday will give Neil Thompson the job? No, I don't. Hennis is a Huddersfield fan. Excellent. Anir is going to be watching Sheffield United Palace. Great stuff. Keep us updated. Yes, please keep us updated. What else have we got here? Oh, we'll look at teams. Zhao and Puskas and Richards all back. Great news for Reading. And the fake news Simbin is far more popular than anything I ever say. Swift, Richards, and Zhao start. Wow. Again, we'll have a look at teams. All right, Jack, good to see you, matey. Krull back for Norwich. Great news for Norwich. That they were down to the 3rd choice goalkeeper. Back for some Championship action because the Premier League is rubbish, says Leather Standals. Bart is tipping Cardiff to scrap through with the postponement without a loss. Hi to Alex. Spurs Leeds was entertaining. Don't know how we beat Derby, but well done, lads. Says Iain, some happy Owl fans last night. Is it snowing in my area? Do you know what? No idea. No, it's not. Nice and lovely here. Happy New Year in New Zealand, Mike. What time is it there in New Zealand? It's about 12 hours. So, yeah, it could be a weird time of the day over there. Bits is here, which reminds me, is it 5 p.m. somewhere? It's got to stop being 5 p.m. That's got to be one of my New Year's resolutions, as it is every year. There is Bits' bet for the afternoon. He has gone for a treble. Borough to win at Wickham, Norwich to beat Barnsley, and Sunderland to win at Northampton. So we'll keep an eye on the Northampton game for Bits, channel legend, as well with the Bits bet. Let's have a look at some of the teams. We are at 257 now. Just quickly as well, in the Premier League, we'll keep an eye. I think Anir said he was watching. We'll keep an eye on Sheffield United Palace, although doing the Dearly Departed show, it's been very depressing covering Sheffield United this season because they've only got 2 points. But we will endeavour to continue doing so. Who was talking to me about Reading? I think it was Alistair. Let's go to their game first, which I can't see. There it is, Huddersfield versus Reading, and some really welcome returns there for the Royals. Huddersfield there, Schofield in goal, Pippa, Toffolo wide, Sarr, Edmonds, Green, normal back four there. O'Brien, Hogg, Eiting, Bakuna, Campbell and Benza, exactly what we expected for Huddersfield. Reading, Raphael, Holmes, Morrison, McIntyre, the attacking set play guru now. Omar Richards, good to see him back for Reading. Rinomota, Lauren, Aluko. Swift starts for the first time since September. Ejaria off the left, and Lucas Zhao, the top scorer there, returns. Any sign of Maite on the bench? Pushkas on the bench. So great news for Reading there, starting to get some of their key players back. Let's have a look and see some of the other teams today. Birmingham, what is Karanka's solution today to Birmingham's rubbish home form? Well, rubbish form, period. 4-4 F-2 is Karanka's solution, we think. Etheridge in goal. Cogley, San Jose, Clark Salter, Friend. Surely they've got Friend and Cogley the wrong way round, haven't they, on there? Sanchez and McGree wide of Kieftenbeld and Sunjic. Jutkovic and Leko up the top there. That could be a 4-3-3 with Leko playing to the left of Jutkovic and Sanchez to the right. McGree maybe an advanced central midfielder. We'll find out as we go. Let me know if you're keeping up. We normally have Birmingham fans in the chat. Robert and Jay, David. So we'll see if they show up during the show. For Blackburn, Kaminski in goal. Bell at right back, really? So Rovers struggling for a right back. Travis, Lenihan, Douglas. Travis at centre back? That won't be the case. Bradley Johnson will be covering at centre back, I would have thought, but that's not good news. Rovers, I don't know where Ayala is again. Davenport, Johnson. This is a weird selection by Blackburn. Let me get my head around this. So if Elliott plays that deep, which he probably is because none of Brereton, Armstrong and Gallagher are going to be, that looks very open for Blackburn. They've basically got one centre back and two central midfielders. So we'll see if that plays into Birmingham's hands there. We're up to 3 p.m. Let me know where you think the first goal is going to arrive at today. Somebody always gets it right, don't they, on the stream? We'll see who can get it right today. Let me know where you think the first goal. I'll keep going through the teams and no doubt be interrupted by a first-minute goal somewhere. And then I will get into your comments down the side there. We've kicked off, it says, at Millwall and Coventry. So let's go there and have a look at the teams. For Millwall, Bart in goal. Romeo, Hutchison, Cooper, Wallace, Williams and Woods returns. Wallace, Bradshaw, Bennett, Bodvarsson for Millwall. Let me know what you think of that. For Coventry, Wilson, Ostigard, McFadzean, Hyam, Darbo, McCallum, Hamer, Sheaf, with O'Hare, Shipley, Godden returning as well. He hasn't played recently, has he, Godden? I think he was out injured. Someone will correct me if I am wrong about that. Let's try and get round all of these games before a goal goes in. Sheffield United name only 6 subs, says the Sky Sports app on my phone, for their trip to Palace. They appear to be down to the bare bones. Is it a trip to Palace, or are they playing on home turf? I didn't quite catch that. Preston versus Forest. There are your teams there. Preston versus Forest. Preston, Rudd in goal. Hughes, Davis, Huntington, Fisher, Ledson, Bayliss, Johnson, Barkhausen, Potts. Where is Alan Brown? Sean Maguire. Okay, conspiracy theory ahoy. Anyone can tell me where Alan Brown is. If not, we're going to link him to a transfer away from Preston. Alan Brown, one of the contract 4 at Preston. Dan Johnson, Alan Brown, Ben Davies and Ben Pearson, all contracts up. No Alan Brown there. Maybe he's just injured. Who knows? For Forest, Samba in goals. Christie, Figueiredo, Worrell, Ribeiro across the back. Yates and Sal, Knockout, Cafu, Amiobi, Graben. That's been fairly settled over the last few games for Forest. No place for Lolly, no place for Arta. I think Freeman may be injured, but he's not been playing as well. Can we make it, guys, before a goal? No, we can't, because Crystal Palace have taken the lead in the 4th minute against hapless Sheffield United. It just gets worse and worse for our dearly departed team, Sheffield United. One of our best dearly departed teams. Spectacular promotion, brilliant season last time around, but it's just gone terribly badly. I think we're going to get to see the goal. Zaha is that Benteke knocked on, finished off. Who's put that in for? Benteke, it says, has put it in. Was it? I'm going to get to see the whole goal now. Just a ball into the channel. Cut back. Nice finish in the end. Right footed. Yeah, it wasn't Benteke. It was Jeff Schlupp who's put that in. And Wycombe have the lead. My God, Wycombe have the lead over Borough. Big goal there in the Championship. Wycombe winning last time out. And are they set for back-to-back wins? Wycombe, they're on the way towards it. Ikpeazu, who I think started for the first time. He's the other big strapping forward that they've got in the squad that's not Akinfenwa, but he's got a goal in his second game there. And Ikpeazu has scored for Wycombe. Let me just quickly, before we go to that one, I'll just flash up. Not that you need to be reminded, but there is the bottom of the Premier League table. Horrible, horrible stuff. It's going to be a 15th defeat in 17. Here comes the Wycombe goal. If he meant that, that's superb from Ikpeazu, coming in off the right, curling it into the far corner. Lovely goal, left-footed. So we have 2 goals already. I will go to your comments, I promise. Let me just update the ticker, and then we will go to the comments. It's Crystal Palace 1, Sheffield United 0. Schlupp in the 4th minute. Wycombe 1, Borough 0. Ikpeazu, that would be a second straight defeat for Borough, who would have been looking at Sheffield. Was it Sheffield Wednesday they lost to last? It was, wasn't it? Sheffield Wednesday and Wycombe as not as 0 points. Put it that way. Right. I promised. Let's get into your comments here. Wycombe. And that's QPR forever saying that. Is he looking over his shoulder at Wycombe? The real Five Bellies is going to be interrupted because Huddersfield have taken the lead against Reading. A 6th-minute goal for Huddersfield. They are 1-0 up over Reading. We'll take a look at that. We'll just read that. Swansea defensive record under threat today. Bennett out injured, his replacement. Laboudiere injured in the warm-up. Manning starts. That would be his first start. 1-0 Huddersfield indeed. We will have a look at that goal. 4-year plan on Amazon Prime. I have seen that, Charlie. I wouldn't mind watching it again. Absolute box office. That poor defending by Blade, says White Hart Dane. Anir has predicted that goal would be there. I was too busy elsewhere to see the predictions. Apologies. Sheffield United, worst team in Premier League history at the 17-game mark. Sadly, they are. Fraser Campbell is the goal scorer for Huddersfield on 6 minutes. Campbell gives Huddersfield the lead. Huddersfield are looking at a 6th straight home win if they can get this one over the line today. They're on the way. Down they come down the right-hand side. Looks like Mbenza crosses it in. Campbell, nice, strong climb there, and powers the header in. 1-0 Huddersfield. Could be a 6th straight victory. Let's go ahead and have a look at the Championship League table as it pertains to Huddersfield and Wycombe as well, who have taken the lead. Reading with those players back. And look at that. If everything stays the same, Huddersfield going up to 9th in the league as everything stands. And remember, also today is the halfway mark. That magic 23 games out of the 46 up by the end of today. And that's impressive work by Carlos Corberan, especially the home form. Let me just flip the table real quick. And you'll see that a win today would put Huddersfield the 2nd best home team in the league. Okay, they've played a couple more games than Bournemouth or Borough, but hey, it is what it is. Take it as it is, as it stands. Impressive stuff from Huddersfield. And look at that. Wycombe will be coming off the bottom. And there is naff all Rotherham can do about it because their game has been snowed off. Big start here today. 3 goals already in the first 6 minutes. I'm gonna throw Lee under the bus, who's normally in the stream. He's out. He's just DM'd me. He's out shopping with his missus. So he's checking in from the shops. I'm surprised there's anything open wherever he is. Let me just update the ticker at the bottom. Huddersfield 1, Reading 0. Let's have a look at your comments in here. What do we got? We've got some updates. Good. Alex is watching Millwall. Sloppy start by Mill, even though Darbo, who'll be playing right wing back, like he is a lively player, gets up and down there. Good. And they've got 3 good wing backs, actually, haven't they? Giles, McCallum, okay, Loney's, and Darbo. Alex asks, the best fixture in the Championship today. There's a few good ones today. Some nice evenly matched games all ticking across the bottom. Eli says Barnsley are causing Norwich a few problems with the press so far. And in terms of energy, 2 weeks off after this one. And we know loads of Championship managers will just throw the FA Cup tie and rest everybody. Liam's done the thing I do whenever I get a drink at the football and miss the goal. Mauricio Pochettino appointed PSG coach, if anyone is interested in that. Haven't watched the Championship since Villa got promoted. Which player has impressed you the most this season in the Championship? Blobmon, that's probably Emi Buendia of Norwich, who's been fantastic, but we knew he was going to be. Any other shouts, stick them in the chat there. However poor we are, there's somehow a side worse. So we're seeing an opportunity here for Barnsley. Deflection and, they've hit the bar. Wow, unlucky there for Barnsley. I didn't quite catch who it was going through there, but Barnsley hitting the bar. Norwich's goal, living a charmed life there. Let's try and get through a few more of these comments. Hal, feeling sorry for QPR, even getting a point against Norwich didn't help. When everyone under seems to get more. There you go. It's all relative, isn't it? Sometimes 3 points against the team that you should be, if everyone else loses, is far more valuable, isn't it? David, or Kim Jong-un, seems to think Blades won't reach 10 points. Well, I really hope that's not the case, because it was such a great story watching them get up there, but yeah, it's just gone so badly this season. Not sure what Ramsdale is trying to do, play out from the back. I feel sorry for Ramsdale, Annie, don't you? He's just come in and they're so used to Dean Henderson and everything's gone the way of the pair. We got a super chat. Splendid stuff. from Harry, who I will drink to. Thank you, Harry. Very much for that. Barnsley are underdogs. They need to keep the pressure on the top 7. If they can get a draw or a win, crucial for playoff push, especially for Barnsley, looking good for them so far. Totally agree, Harry. The next 3 games for Barnsley are really hard, aren't they? It's Norwich away. I think then they've got Swansea and Bournemouth or someone else up the top of the table as well. So totally agree. And if they can get, say, 4 points from those 3 games, everyone will start to take them seriously. We don't want to see a 1 or a 0. But remember, you can get in the playoffs just by punishing the teams in the bottom 6, bottom 8. We got a goal at Birmingham. Oh dear, for you Birmingham fans. It is Birmingham 0, Blackburn 1 on 10 minutes. We got Mickey Gray there describing the goal. Mickey Gray, great championship player. Key figure. Oh dear, it's Adam Armstrong going through left corner of the box. Stands the keeper up. And Armstrong back in the goals. Lovely goal by Adam Armstrong there. I do, someone correct me. Have I got a memory? Did Armstrong get 1 or 2 goals at St Andrews in the game against Coventry earlier in the season? Have I got a recollection of that? Armstrong puts Blackburn into the lead on 10 minutes. We'll have a look at the table. What we will do, though, we'll just have a look at the top scorers chart very briefly, because Armstrong and Tony, I believe, have been out of the goals of late. There he is. So he has gone to 16 now. Adam Armstrong, look in the top right there on the split screen. Armstrong with his 16th goal of the season to move level with Ivan Toney, who will not be scoring today because he's not playing. What do we got here? Let's have a look. Oliver says we do look good at home. Huddersfield fan. Patreon as well, Oliver. Great supporter of the channel. So let's just throw up a little Patreon plug along the bottom. We'll run that until the next goal. But thank you, Oliver, as ever. Great to watch. Huddersfield have been superb at home. How's Rob Dickey been playing? I think pretty well, Animation, actually. I think he's definite championship player. Saw him play for Oxford against Ipswich. Yeah, 1-0 Blackburn. Yeah, and QPR and Noah both agree with that. Assessment of Sheffield United's front line there, just like the rest of the team, just not functioning. Anyone done a Villa in the Championship this season? Gone from fighting relegation to fighting near the top? In a word, no. It's been fairly predictable at the top of the table. Blob. Penalty shout, says Jay, in the Birmingham game. Was that before the goal? Yeah, as always, Jay, I'll plead the fifth until I see it. Looks like Godden's coming off for Coventry. That's bad news, Alex, because he's only just got back, hasn't he? So, yeah, not good. Not good news there. Hopefully he is okay. Barnsley, yeah, fair comment, actually. Barnsley, yeah, good point. How's the fantasy team? Yeah, sorry, I've been really slack with my fantasy league updates. I had Harry Kane as captain, so okay. And I think I got a clean sheet from one of the West Ham guys. Alan McAnally is covering his face. I'm not entirely sure why. What have we got else here? I'm annoyed about the Bristol City game. They were prime pickings to send us top with their injuries if Norwich lost. Well, not happening. Games in hand now. Racking up. Ryan says another assist for Harvey Elliott. What a player he is. One of the top, and no hyperbole, one of the top players in the world at his age group, Harvey Elliott. You just got to remember what he's doing and what age he is and what level he's playing at. Sensational player there. Oh, dear, Noel, I hope not for your sake, buddy. Going to be another derby result, Ben, for Birmingham. I hope not. 1-0 down already, Birmingham. Let's just have a look with reference to what Noel says at the table. And you can see down there, there's just a sense now, if you're a QPR or a Birmingham fan, or indeed a Coventry fan after that good run, you can just see Derby, Wednesday and Forest coming over the hill now, can't you? And you know that it might be different teams in the bottom six. For the longest time this season, we've had the three promoted teams and the three traditional big clubs down there, but could be all changing in the next few weeks. Jamie is here, Leeds fan. Big defeat at Spurs. The curse of playing in London continues. How do you see Leeds season ending? Oh, they'll be fine. It's Kane and Son again, isn't it? Don't judge yourself against Kane and Son this season, Jamie. They're so good, those two. It's ridiculous, isn't it? What else have we got here? Donald Trump is here. Amazing to see that Wednesday have back-to-back wins. Not just back-to-back wins, Donald, but 4 points in the previous two games as well. They are in fine form Wednesday. Big deal. If Wednesday approach Cook, do you think they'd stay up? It's not that simple. They have to approach Cook, and then Chansiri has to not be mental. Big chance for Watford there. Andre Gray from about 1 yard out. Just couldn't sort his feet out. It's not a bad miss. It was a difficult one to get in. But Swansea, they don't concede many goals anywhere. They concede even fewer at home, don't they? Sensational defensive record. Harry, right on cue there, says Andre Gray has missed another sitter. Fulham, I think, is that Trevor? Fulham 58. Still haven't paid us for Elliot. Yeah, some issue there with the FIFA Harvey Elliott. What else have we got here? Noel says Blackburn counter-attacking and just pick us off. That's when Blackburn have been so good this season, haven't they? Where they've been allowed to do that. Hodgson has parked the bus. Good luck, Blades, then. Robert is here. Told cousin Tony to be gentle on us. Hasn't worked. If he's actually your cousin, get me an interview, Robert. Barnsley threatening the Norwich goal. We know how that normally works out, Joe, with Norwich in the Championship. They'll threaten it, they won't score, and then Norwich will. But we'll see. Eli, really happy with Barnsley. We've given them it. I would say the same thing. Norwich in the Championship, you've got to score against them when you're on top because they just know the deal, don't they? In the Championship, extremely good side at this level and club generally, Norwich in the Championship. Let's put the ticker up. We'll just go over our goals so far. Keep your comments coming in. Keep me updated on what the game state is. I'm going to stop right there because it's a goal for Coventry. A bit of a surprising one, that one. A goal for Coventry at Millwall. I think we've got a few people watching this. Alex and Chris are in the chat. So we will no doubt find out about that goal very soon. Regrettably not. Never mind. 1-0 Cov says, Annie, let's just bring that up and we can have a look. Hopefully we'll get the score imminently and we'll get a look at the goal on Soccer Saturday. Jake Cooper, own goal, says SofaScore. And so does Sky. What does that do in the table? Wow. Would put Millwall below Coventry. And we have a very, very big goal at the top of the Championship for Watford as well. We'll come to that in just a sec. Turnover in possession into the box, left-hand side. Oh, God. So the shot is hit in the first instance. It smashes the post and flies at Jake Cooper, and he just can't sort his feet out quickly enough. Jake Cooper there, wrong place, wrong time. Well, right place, wrong time. Bit unlucky, to be honest, Cooper there. It just absolutely flies at him, and by the time he's figured out trying to deal with it, it's flown into his own net. But big story now emerging at Swansea because Watford have taken the lead. Edge of the box. Oh, it's through Woodman's hands as well. Who's put that in? Is that Tom Cleverley? Yes. Cleverley drives it low, right-footed. Be interested in your thoughts. But Woodman is a good goalkeeper, and I think possibly he should be saving that one. Let me know your thoughts Let me know your thoughts on that one. We're just going to have a look at the live league table. And with that being updated, that tucks Watford really nicely in behind Swansea, a big 6-pointer today. Let me just update the ticker. 2 goals there in the 20th minutes of games. It's Millwall 0, Coventry 1, which puts Coventry above the Lions there. You can see into 16th place, and big game at the top. Swansea 0, Watford 1. So, yeah, big story emerging there. If Watford and Xisco Munoz can get consecutive wins against Norwich and Swansea in his first 2 games, looking good. Remember, what is that winger they've just bought called? Zinkernagel? Philip Zinkernagel has arrived and Etienne Capoue has gone out. Let's have a look at your comments. What are you guys saying? QPR forever. It's going to be a complete scrap down at the bottom. Need to have an excellent transfer window. Yes, that may involve selling Bright Samuel, but if the replacements are good, then it could be a bonus. I think the difference with Norwich, they are clinical when they get the chance. Absolutely, they are. Crazy. Norwich could have a totally separate front four of Hugill, Dow, Placheta and Hernandez and still, such a good squad, haven't they? Such a good squad. That's the only... Look, without that squad, they'd be probably 12th or something after the injuries they've had. So, yeah, brilliant squad over there at Norwich. Robin's doing a good job at Coventry. Agreed, Ryan. Agreed. And they're the most stable, aren't they, Coventry? You know what system they're going to play. You know what personnel they're going to use. I think we might have a clip here from Norwich. Pookie inside. Oh, great clearance off the line there. It's not a bad finish at all by Pookie. I'm guessing that would have been Callum Stiles. I didn't see the number. Great clearance there. Classic Timu Pookie inside right. One of the best off-the-ball players you'll see. Pookie always gets into good position, but obviously beautifully service normally from Buendia. And probably should have scored, but great clearance there. Gaza confirms about the Cooper own goal. Bit unlucky, I think. Darbo getting the better of Wallace. That will be down the Millwall left-hand side, says Alex. Noah asks animation about the Oxford game. Shadipo scoring for Oxford. There are lots of goals up and down the country. Enjoying it. We have so far. Ikpezu scoring for Wickham. They have the lead against Borough. Schlupp scored in the 4th minute for Palace against hapless, I hate to say it, Sheffield United. Campbell for Huddersfield. They're looking at their 6th straight home victory against Reading. Adam Armstrong, 16th of the season for him. Harvey Elliott with the assist again. Jake Cooper, a bit unlucky with the own goal there, giving Coventry the lead at Millwall. And Tom cleverly smashed the shot early. Did go through Woodman, but Watford have a big lead and a big goal there. Birmingham look like they're falling into the Blackburn trap. Ollie, a bold prediction. Karanka out if they lose. Well, we'll see. He has been known. I have to say, I'm quite enjoying the 7-Up now. Karanka normally decides he's going to go. Wow. Millwall 0, Coventry 2. 26th minute. Millwall 0, Coventry 2. Long way back now for Millwall in that. Zaha causing Sheffield United problems with the fouls. They are giving away. Nice tactic. Give Zaha the ball. Would anyone pay anything significant for Bright Samuel if his contract is almost up? Yeah, I think they would, Hal. I think they'll get. I think he's still, worth a few million for sure. Gus Hamer is the goal scorer for Coventry. Karanka should have walked after Derby. Not good. I'm scared for transfer window with Chansiri. Absolutely. Norwich far from clinical. Conversion rate of chances. Oh, I'd be interested to see those numbers, actually. Dennis, They appear to be clinical, but if you've got the numbers, I'll bow to your superior knowledge. Like all managers, Karanka will wait to be pushed and take the payoff. Of course he will. Of course he will. Well, maybe Karanka's the one that might not, but you would think so. We're just going to wait and see the Hamer goal for Coventry. Sorry, it was Callum Britton who cleared that off the line, not Callum Styles. The Barnsley Twitter tells me. Well, it doesn't correct me personally, but it gives me the information to admit that I was wrong. But apparently it takes a man to admit he was wrong. Nuclear Nadal says Sheffield United coming your way. Yeah, I mean, we still cover them anyway, but I know what he means. Down to the Championship. Alistair is here. Haven't been around for a while. Bit late. Yeah, keep us updated on Preston 0-0 at the moment. I follow being unreliable. Of course it is, Alfonso. Hoping we can hold our lead this time. Being 1-0 up has been dangerous for Huddersfield. But what a home record they're starting to produce now. One of the best in the league at home, or second best in the league, if they can hold on to that today. That is pending Norwich not taking the lead as well. Nelson asks where Samuel might be headed. I mean, the big link, Nelson, was Bruges in Belgium, wasn't it? I don't know if he's Premier League ready yet, but we might get right winger. We just seen the Hamer goal. Ooh, free kick into the wall. It bounces back to him. I can only think, because of Białkowski's demeanour, that took a deflection on the way through. So we will see if that's the case. But regardless of that, Coventry are 2-0 up. Excuse me, at Millwall. Now, there's a lot of narratives you can write in the transfer window with the fact that basically the three best players in the parachute teams, the year one parachute teams, are Buendia, Sarr and Brooks, who are all right wingers. You can kind of write a narrative where one of them leaves and then one of them takes Bright Samuel as a sort of cheaper replacement. We'll see if that happens. It's just a theory that I have got. What do we got here? Referees are too lenient on divers. So your words, not mine. Spent 75% of his time on the ground. Mill will need to start picking up points. They're starting to fall into a relegation battle. It's not been good. Chris, I thought they'd turned a corner after the 10-game winless streak, but losing again today. QPR forever. West Ham, Rangers, Celtic, and a Turkish team after him. Yeah. And West Ham have been famous for taking championship players in recent seasons, haven't they? There are our goals down the bottom. And as I say that, we're going to be able to add another because Wycombe have equalised against... Borough have equalised against Wycombe. It's 1-1. Ikpeazu had given the lead to Wycombe in the 3rd minute, but we have an equaliser there. Marcus Brown is the goal scorer for Borough. Wycombe 1, Borough 1. Borough had been on a run of 3 straight victories before losing to Sheffield Wednesday. So important goal there. Did I update Millwall and Coventry? I did not. Let me know if you see any errors in the ticker at the bottom. I try and keep it up to date as we go. We're waiting just for the Marcus Brown goal to be shown on Sky. Big injury stoppage for Karel Eiting at Huddersfield. Hope that's not a bad injury for him. And the Borough goal. I don't know what Allsop in the Wycombe goal's doing because the corner comes in from the right-hand side and Brown heads it in pretty much from about a yard out. So I don't know whether he's got blocked in there on the line, but it looked easy for the Borough equaliser there. Wycombe 1, Borough 1. Remember, it's just ticking along the bottom there. Brentford, Bristol City postponed. Luton, QPR postponed. COVID. Rotherham, Cardiff postponed. Snow. So 3 games missing today. What have we got here? Yes, Bits is happy with that. Burton 0, Oxford 3. That is Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank's first game back. And they are 3-0 down. Oxford, we're just seeing the third Oxford goal. Any interest for QPR fans? Shodipo scored again. I think that was mentioned there in the chat. 5 on the spin at home. So I had us nailed on to get beaten today. Not sure I'm ready for another go at the Premier League. And a year of Iain Wrong patronising us every week. No, just stable, I think. Stable. Is there a recall clause, Noah, for Shodipo? If anyone knows anything about that, let me know. I want Brentford to sign a Premier League ready right back for when Dalsgaard hangs the boots up. Is he going to retire, Hal? Good player, Dalsgaard. He was the captain the other night, wasn't he? We just seen AFC Wimbledon, Palmer scoring against Lincoln. Luke Jeffcott, who scores. There's one for your transfer window. How many goals has Luke Jeffcott got for Plymouth this season? He seems to score every week, doesn't he? I'm sure there may be some interest there. If anyone knows anything about the player, let me know. Logan says 1-0 Hull in a dearly departed derby. Yeah, dearly departed works both ways, yeah. Some ex-championship teams playing down there. Be interesting to see about these recalls. I think Liam's talking about Bristol City, and who else have they got out on loan other than Casey Palmer, Liam? Let me know there. Another Jeffcott goal. It's every week, isn't it? Every week we do the Saturday Super Stream. Speaking of which, I haven't given a shout out to David. I went in hot, didn't I? David, we have a sponsor now for the Saturday Super Stream, a fan sponsor. So there is David May, not that one, a Watford fan there with his beautiful daughter, who is called, it's Evelyn. I think I remember her name. Fan of the channel and happy to support great content. Thank you so much, David, who is going to be our Super Stream sponsor, not just on Saturdays, if we do them on Tuesdays and Wednesdays as well. Basically, when we're not doing a watch along, that is a Super Stream. And we thank David ever so much for his support there. You can do the same over on Patreon, where we have plenty of content. Now, when I do the previews and reviews, I do a short version immediately after on Patreon. So if you want to have more than just the warm feeling in your heart of supporting the channel, you do get some good extra bonus content over there on Patreon. Let's just rattle through our scores so far. Crystal Palace 1, Sheffield United 0. More bad news for the Blades. Transfer window is open today. It is Birmingham 0, Blackburn 1, which I haven't updated down the bottom there. So let's press that button and then we've done it. There we go. Adam Armstrong, 16th goal of the season for him. Huddersfield 1, Reading 0. Fraser Campbell, powerful header. Huddersfield looking for a 6th straight home victory. Reading with a few of their key players returning to the starting lineup. Millwall 0, Coventry 2. Coventry well ahead in that game. I will say, though, an own goal and a deflection from a free kick. So a little bit of assistance, but well done, Coventry, 2-0 up in that one. Norwich 0, Barnsley 0. And we've just had another goal at Wickham, where, can you imagine, coming from behind and being in the lead within a half, Borough have done it, and Borough have got the lead there over at Wickham in the 36th minute. Marcus Brown had scored in the 30th, but it's gone even better for them. Borough taking the lead on 36 minutes. Bits gives it the gun show there. Let's see. I've got a notification from the Borough Twitter. Let's see if it tells us who the goal scorer is, ladies and gentlemen. Marcus Tavernier is the goal scorer for Middlesbrough. Excellent turnaround there from Borough. Tavernier puts them 2-1 up. We're about to see the goal. We'll get that ready to be updated on the ticker. It was a set play, the equaliser. Open play. This one, they're coming down the right wing. That's a great goal, actually. It's a brilliant goal from Tavernier. He's on the right-hand side. He comes down the wing. He comes inside, and he hits one of those beautiful shots where you hit across the ball, but the trajectory, because of how you're running, means that you can kind of go across and it just rises up away from Allsop in the Wycombe goal. Lovely goal by Tavernier, probably our goal of the day so far. Great strike by Tavernier. And should we have a look at the live league table with that goal in mind? Let me bring it up through so you can see Wycombe and Borough highlighted. And that is going to put Borough into 7th position if, and we always have the caveat, if everything stays as it is. Of course it won't. But where we are right now, Borough going into 7th at the halfway mark. Remember, they'll have a game in hand. They won't be at the 23-game mark, which is going to really irritate me when I'm doing my halfway analysis and everyone's played a different amount of games. I want it all to be lovely and everyone on 23. It's going to be a 14th defeat of the season for Wycombe. That is a league high if it stays the same. And Borough will be moving maybe temporarily because Stoke play in the 7:45, don't they, tonight against Bournemouth, who, if they play anything like they did in the first 20-25 minutes against Brentford, they'll beat most teams. Obviously, they've got to extrapolate that out for an entire game, but quite the start in that game, which they did go on to lose. I will add that. Right, let's have a look. What are you guys saying in the chat? On Dalsgaard, Hal says a bit of a stalwart, taking more games off each season, so I think he struggles keeping fit. Got to be some 6-foot rapid right back somewhere. Anyone give a shout out for a right back who Brentford could get? Dalsgaard, 31 years old. Mads Röslev, yeah. They're stacked up there. Jeff Cott, the new Austin. Tremendous. Alex is watching Millwall. Second best everywhere to a team that haven't scored in their last 4. Good point. We were flagging that stat up. Warnock doing a great job at Borough. Dark Horses. Talk of him taking Balassi from Everton. Balassi and Warnock. That sounds perfect, doesn't it? I love it. Second golf goal. Oh, it did take a deflection off Cooper's backside after Woods gave away the free kick. Leonard dropped for Woods by Rowett and poor away side Cov. Totally dominant. Rowett out or we will go down. Chris, not a happy chappy there. On the bits bet, which is Norwich to win, Borough to win and Sunderland to win. Sunderland letting us down. Losing to 12th in the league. There, where is the bits bet? There it is. They're losing to Northampton. I was looking forward to going to a game at Northampton, having moved to where I am in Bedfordshire now. But the universe said, "F off." No, you're not going. You're not going to Northampton, Ben. What do we got here in the chat? Alex adds on Millwall. In January, we faced Norwich, Bournemouth, Watford, Huddersfield, Forest and Cardiff. Eek. That doesn't sound fun, does it? Hey? Sink or swim now. Sink or swim. Stephen is here. Come on, Borough. Get in. Go on, Stephen. It's been a good season for Stephen in the chat. I think someone like Balassi would be perfect at the moment. Look, yes, says Balassi lost his legs. Who did I see Balassi playing? Was it Aston Villa? He go on loan to Aston Villa? I'm sure I've seen him play last couple of seasons. He wasn't good, I have to say, there. But he's not really a Dean Smith type player. Was he at Villa under Smith? I think he was, wasn't he? They've gone to Paul Merson on Soccer Saturday. So we're going to see another Norwich chance. Campbell streaming through. Good feat by him. Very surprised he didn't go down there, Cantwell, as he went into the box. And Barnsley managed to get that one clear in the end. But Cantwell having his sort of arm tugged as he went into the box, you would have thought he would have gone down there. Keith Stroud in the Premier League. You love to see it. Well, you love to see him not in the Championship. Although I think referee Stroud has been replaced by referee Langford as our favourite this season, hasn't he? Let's be honest, Dalsgaard will be some random bloke from Denmark who no one will know, who'll become a top 6 Premier League player and worth 20 million. There we go. That's the Brentford way, isn't it? And good luck to them as well. Hamza is here. Better late than never. And Sheffield United are losing again, Hamza. So Hamza's a West Brom fan and a Patreon subscriber as well. Good bloke. Hamza. Alex says, Bart is keeping us in this. Not going well today at Millwall, isn't it? Hey? We're coming up to half-time. We've got your goals scrolling along the bottom. I suppose the biggest story is, excuse me, Swansea 0, Watford 1. Although we're about to see a Swansea chance on, I think it's Ryan Manning, deflection, spin and hit. I think Corey Smith straight at Ben Foster in the Watford goal. And Swansea, on that note, have literally just equalised as they go away from Clinton Morrison. So, big story into small story now, because that game is level, 43rd minute. Let's have a look at this nice move. Jamal Lowe, again, bends one in from the edge of the box, right-footed. And Jamal Lowe is turning into the goal scorer that Swansea maybe don't need to sign. Let's have a look at Jamal Lowe recently over on SofaScore. He's been great, hasn't he? I've been saying all season, Swansea need a striker in January. Maybe they don't. Let's just bring him up on the split screen there. Let me just enable that. And we can see how he's done recently, Lowe. And, yeah, look at that. So since that double against Cardiff City, he's scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's scored 5 goals in his last 6 games now, Lowe. So he is in fine form, leading the line for Watford, Swansea, at Watford. Against Watford, they're at Swansea. I'll get something right in a minute. Jesus. Half-time at Norwich, 0-0 against Barnsley. Leaders Norwich against informed Barnsley. 30 points in the last 15 games for Barnsley in superb form. 2 points per game. Annoyingly, I was just going to talk to you about the table and SofaScore reloaded itself. Typical. We'll just run down the table briefly. Brentford postponed. They were due to be playing against Bristol City today. Swansea are level now, and rare occurrence. They've actually conceded a goal today, so no clean sheet for the Swans. Bournemouth play tonight. At the moment, this is perfect for Bournemouth. All they want is for Barnsley to score, and it could be a really good day for Bournemouth set up for their game tonight at Stoke. They'll want to draw between Swansea and Watford and basically Norwich to drop points. Reading are behind at Huddersfield. They're losing 1-0, which is good news for Borough, who have had a turnaround of a first half. Got to turn around. Who sang that song? Hey, what's wrong with you? Anyone my age remember that one in the late 90s? Goodness me. Looking kind of down to me. Anyway, looking kind of up for Borough, who are going to go within 1 point of the playoffs with a game in hand over Reading, Swansea and Norwich, albeit they're 9 points, potentially more if Norwich can get a win today. Barnsley, they're in 9th, work their way up into that second quartile, looking in lovely nick. If they can get a draw out of this one at Norwich today, they'll be well happy with that one. Huddersfield into 10th, potentially. Preston are level at the moment with Forest. If Preston win, it'd be 4 straight victories, and they'd be in with a shout of being one of the form teams as we go into the 2-week break necessitated by the FA Cup games. Although I do suspect we may get some COVID rearrangements in the second week. I think that may well happen. So we might only get 10 days off. But you lot love it anyway, don't you? So I'll come to your comments in just a second. I can see that's filling up over there. Blackburn are leading. It'll be a rare win if they can do the job over Birmingham. Luton postponed. Cardiff postponed. COVID, Luton QPR, Cardiff, Rotherham. Coventry 2-0 up over Millwall. And we've heard about Millwall's fixtures now in the chat in the rest of January. Not pleasant. Millwall could do with an early goal in the second half there. Coventry, that'd be a really decent win for them, especially given a bit of a rising tide below them in respects of Sheffield Wednesday and we'll see what Forest can do. Today, Birmingham are losing again, and you can see they're not in very good form at all. 23 points on the board. Point per game, you'll take, won't you? But the table has just moved for some reason. I have no idea why. QPR dropping, I guess they've updated something. Their Rangers not playing today. Forest level with Preston at half-time. Wednesday, look at that, 10 points in 4 games. Boom. Go Neil Thompson, the ex-Ipswich left back. Derby losing, obviously, in that game at Wednesday. Rotherham are going to be 3 games back now. 2 COVID postponements and a snow postponement today. Wickham are behind. They're going to have played the full complement of games. Rotherham are going to have 3 games in hand on Wickham, Wednesday, Forest and Birmingham. Let's have a look at your half-time comments. I'll just put a little plug up on the bottom there. If you will indulge me, super chat. You can super chat. I think Harry did earlier in the first half. Thank you to him. Let's have a look at your comments. We'll scroll up a little bit. Fats and small. Yes, it was, wasn't it? What's wrong with you? Tune, that one. Looking kind of down to me. He sang with lots of vibrato, didn't he, for you musicians there? 1-1 Swansea, Champions League, here we come. No clean sheet for the cycling GK. I expect his GoPro got a good look at that one. Blade should have equalised. We didn't mention we are looking at, thanks Anir, we are looking at Sheffield United at Palace. They are 1-0 down. Speaking of that game, Hams, as a West Brom fan, would like to keep Palace within arm's length. Yeah, fair point. So we got in here. Ryan says, good value from Wigan. Was hoping Blackburn might swoop in at the time. Yeah, it's such a shame, wasn't it, when Wigan went into administration, and he would have been worth probably double or more of that. But what are you going to do, hey? What are you going to do? Oh, and Crystal Palace have just gone 2-0 up just before half-time to pretty much, you would think, kill that game. It's Crystal Palace 2, Sheffield United 0. Let's just have a look at the goal. Eze, lovely feet, beautiful. We've loved him in the Championship, and he just carries the ball. Oh, here he goes. Please score from this, Eze. Oh, that's brilliant. What a goal. What a player Eze is. Just sublime goal there. Languid running style. Just so good. I know some people are going to stay in the chat that Ramsdale could have got closer to it. But what about the run and just the dribbling style and the finish into the corner? Eze, take a bow, son, in the words of Andy Gray. Tremendous stuff. Tremendous stuff. What do we got here in the chat? A Spurs-Brentford watch-along, possibly. Is that an FA Cup game? I haven't got on my whiteboard any further than Monday, so there's every chance, Nelson. Every chance. We did Spurs and Stoke, didn't we? Cooper hits his own bar with a header. That doesn't sound good, does it? Eli says, very good game. I'll take this at full time. Fats and Small, another shout for that. Another shout for Fats and Small. Early 2000s gang. Where we at? We're here. We're here. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for us. Did Forrest score? Have I missed a goal? Am I Chris Kamara in this one up? I cannot see any evidence of this. So we'll take a look in a minute. Mel, Norwich 72% possession, only one chance. Barnsley looked dangerous on the break. Keep an eye on that one for us, Mel. We know what normally happens to Norwich games in the second half. Norwich win by 1 goal, don't they? We'll see if they can do it again today. Barnsley had the better of the chances, but not a lot of chances for either side. Liam, legend, thank you. Cardiff not playing, so in a better mood. And we will drink to that a £3 super chat. Thank you, Lou. And no bad news from Cardiff for you today. That's such a difficult question, Ollie. And I always say leave my bias at the door. Leave your bias at the door. I love Chris Wilder. I think he did such an amazing job. I wouldn't sack him personally, but I understand the argument that it's just absurd how badly it's going now. So I can see it both ways. I wouldn't sack him. I'd give him the championship. And look, Brewster and McBurney up front in the championship with Bogle at right back. He can build another team there, can't he? And have another go. What else have we got in here, Chris? Chris, you okay, buddy? Chris is normally really happy and chirpy in the chat, isn't he? A disgrace by Millwall, created nil. I'm not going to read Woods is the worst player in the champ. Well, I've just read it now. Both fullbacks poor. Romeo's heart not in it since the booing incident. Cooper lucky not to have scored a hat-trick of own goals. Goodness me. Sheffield United should stay with Wilder even if relegated. Yeah, it just depends what damage is done. I mean, if you look at the run Norwich had in the second half of last season, it was equally hopeless. They lost like 10 or 12 on the trot or something, didn't they? And, reset, calm, and they're top of the league. So their run, to be fair, didn't last the entire season. I'm going to switch to water, as lots of people do at about 10 o'clock every night. Right, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Five Bellies, real before his injury. Morgan Gibbs-White was easily the most eye-catching midfielder in the championship. Guys, it is possible to pay somebody a compliment or a criticism without saying they're either the best or worst player in the league. It is okay. As I always say, give me your top 5 if you're calling someone the best of anything or the worst of anything in the league. But yes, a fine player, Gibbs-White, indeed. You don't have to coat your praise with a best in the league or worst in the league, because I'll just ask you to give a top 5, which is normally my go-to there. Nippon, a goal drought in South London. Palace now lead by 2 goals. Along comes Sheffield United at the moment, isn't it? Stefan, thank you, sir. Let's drink to that. $2.99 super sticker. Let us know who you're watching, Stefan. Very kind. We'll drink to that, boss. Thank you. Right, what have we got here? More comments. Hamza's talking about Wilder. I think if United wanted to sack him, they'd have done it a while back. I wonder if they're planning for relegation. All will be revealed with their January spending. I mean, let's be honest, most of their signings were, if you think about it, it was like Callum Robinson, Ben Osborne, Jack Robinson as well. Although they did bring in Berger and Mousse for a bit more money, but it felt like they were already taking better championship players. So we will see. Mr. E says Reading caught cold. 6 different back 4 in the last 7. Wow. Come back, Liam Moore. Reading gradually grown into the game. Brilliant save by Schofield before the break. Let's see what happens in the second half. Lewis wants more goals at Wickham. 5-2. What's my prediction? Borough should go on and win the game now, shouldn't they, having turned it around? Let's see if they let Wickham back in. Guaita, yeah, he's an FPL guru this season, isn't he, in the Fantasy League? Do you think Derby have any chance of going down if they play like they did yesterday? No. They should have won that game yesterday, shouldn't they? For goodness sake, created a ton of chances. No, looks good at Derby. Lewis, I'd like to see another striker in. Although Kazim Richards is doing what he's been asked in there, but no, big pickup. And if they've got their shooting boots on, they score at least 2 goals yesterday, don't they? So no, I think you're safe there, Lewis. Gaza says looks like Millwall are getting nothing today. Need an epic halftime team talk. And a change around. Yeah, I don't think anyone would disagree with that. Tom would be happy for a draw as a Barnsley fan. They're 0-0 over at Norwich. Has Wilder lost the dressing room? I'm not so sure about that because he had them so in the palm of his hand bits. But it's just, how much more worse can you let it go? It's just so embarrassing, isn't it, at the moment? So I don't know about Bournemouth Stoke. Honestly, probably not. And I will focus on tomorrow and getting the stream prepared and everything for 10:30 tomorrow. We'll do the review of all of this. We have done Bournemouth and Stoke a fair bit on the channel, and I might go and watch a movie. And we've got another super chat in there. You lot are being very, very kind today. I think that's Harry's second. Thank you very, very much, Harry. Very kind. What do we got here? Do you think Lampard should get sacked? Or do you think giving time the job is too big? The Derby Chelsea jump. I'd like to see him given time. I always say, somewhat romantically, I like it when the great players get the managerial jobs and see how they go. Yes, it was a big jump, wasn't it, from Derby up to Chelsea, but I think he gets till at least the end of the season, doesn't he? In my opinion. Jack, wow, you lot are being very, very kind today. Thank you. Happy New Year. Thank you for the super chat there, Jack. Very, very kind. Thank you so much. Derby County fan in the chat is claiming to be a fan of every single team. Now, we know that can't be true, so it's not real news. So it must be time for the fake news sin bin, everybody. And we're going to not be hearing from Derby fan because he's in the fake news sin bin for the next 5 minutes. There he goes. I'm sure he'll come back. But we'll see you in a minute, Derby fan. We've only had 2 people in today in the fake news sin bin. Tremendous stuff. The most popular part of the show, the fake news sin bin. Shall we get like a jingle or something so it plays a little 2-second video, or will that just get irritating? There we go. Always a popular part of the show. Any more comments? Let me scroll back up. Durson playing his final game today. He's going to be joining Derby, according to Lewis there. Best defenders in the Championship, Paddy McNair, Zimmerman and Gibson, says Lewis. Are we talking just centre-backs? I'm sure can get involved in the chat. Stefan, thank you again for your super chat. In California, Schofield did a worldie save at the end of the first half. Thank you again, Stefan, for your super chat. Nelson is watching Orient and Salford. They both went up 2 years ago. Interesting to see how close they are in League 2 now. Alistair, where is Alan Brown? DJ injured, meaning lost Sinclair, Brown, DJ, that's Dave Johnson, in consecutive games. Pearson and Bauer out for 3 months and the season, respectively. Ben Davis likely leaving in January. Not looking good. Do you think Brown will leave, Alistair? Another one of those players out of contract. Oh, no. I'm not going to have to open up the fake news sin bin again, am I? Yeah, let's do it. So there we go. NFS, he normally does good comments, doesn't he? I think he wants to go in, doesn't he? Harvey Barnes off to Nottingham Forest. I think we all know that is fake news. And NFFC Forever has joined Derby County fan. And they might have a scrap if they're Forest fans and Derby fans. In the fake news sin bin. He's in there. There we go. What is my favourite Premier League team? I will stay completely neutral on any team other than Ipswich Town. So I like them all equally. And don't dislike any of them. Don't unsubscribe anybody. In they go. What am I doing here? Blake asked about the Leeds game. Blake, I haven't looked at it yet. I was having lunch with Shaylee. I will, for sure. I will get a look at that ahead of Dearly Departed. I'm sure NFFC got a picture of Dor on tour. He's a Forest streamer. Yes, good friend of mine, Mr. Dor. Scrapping the sin bin. There we go. We will see. Hopefully it's sterilised. We will see. Yes, right. 4:03 p.m. Let me know when your second halves are kicking off. Let's just throw up the scorelines from the first half as the fake news sin bin continues to be more popular than anything I say, and continues to fill up with East Midlands fans. In the first half there, it's Palace. Oh, I need to change that. It's wrong. Someone be my sub-editor on the ticker along the bottom. Oh, because that's fake news and I need to go in the sin bin. Palace 2, Blades 0, Birmingham 0, Blackburn 1, Huddersfield 1, Reading 0, Millwall 0, Coventry 2, Norwich 0, Barnsley 0, Swansea 1, Watford 1, up at the top of the table. Big game, that one. Wickham 1, Borough 2, Stoke and Bournemouth tonight, 7:45. Brentford versus Bristol City, Luton versus Rangers, Rotherham, Cardiff, all postponed for differing reasons. Let me know if your second halves are kicking off. What are you guys? So actually, we can give a real shout out now for David. Before I read his comment, we'll just say thank you because he is the sponsor of all of our super streams now. Fan of the channel, happy to support great content. Thank you, David. Before I read your comment, quick update on the Swansea-Watford game. Who is looking more likely? Is anyone watching that? I think we had some Swans fans watching that one. Who's looking more likely? Five Bellies immediately says Swansea. We will see how that one pans out. Norwich miss. Great chance for Pookie, says Mel. I wonder if we are going to see that. You're not going in the sin bin, Annie. You're too useful. Keep us updated on Sheffield United and out. So here is Cantwell driving forward. Pookie completely. I can't believe he's going to miss this. Pookie, yeah, keeper out, narrows the angle. Cantwell looks to the skies. You would have bet your bottom dollar on Teemu Pukki scoring from there. Iain is here. Talking about Rotherham. Yeah, we won't believe any of that hearsay, but probably good news for Rotherham after the COVID stuff. Give them a bit of a rest. The Sapphire Snow Leopard is here. Welcome. As a Wickham fan, I would say we need to take our chances. We had the better first half, now 2-1 down. Bottom of the league could be much higher to take those chances. Kyle is watching the Blades. Absolutely awful. Not sure Ampadu will have a career in the Premier League, let alone Chelsea. Yeah, he's on loan. Just having another look at that brilliant goal by Eze. Oh, what a player he is. Brilliant stuff. Dribbled from inside his own half. I just love his running style, Eze. Look how languid he is. He kind of takes these long paces. Normally quick dribblers take lots of quick paces, don't they? Sensational. Brilliant goal by Eze. We're just seeing how good a finish it was. Oh, it's a really good finish, actually. I was harsh on Ramsdale. Eze, take a bow, son. What a player. Kicking off now at Birmingham, I'm seeing on Twitter. Is that true, Ollie? If that's true, that is sensational. Has Joe Garner gone to Apoel Nicosia? That's the best signing of the season, if that's the case. Mick and Joe Garner. Neil Warnock is here. He's just done his team talk. Lovely stuff. That's not going in the fake news bin. I'm too big a Warnock fan. Do you see Gerrard going to Palace so he can get Premier League experience before going to Liverpool? That's a shout, isn't it? It'd be great to see Gerrard and Lampard in the Premier League, both as managers. Joe Garner at Nicosia. Love it. Barnsley playing a really high line and press. Yeah, you'd think that would play into Mr. Buendia and Mr. Pookie's hands, wouldn't you? Thoughts on Tavernier's goal? Great strike, wasn't it, Lewis? Tavernier, the second Borough goal, in off the right, slashing across it with the left foot, flies to Allsop's right-hand side. We got subs at Millwall, Malone and Parrott. Did Parrott not go back? I thought he was going to go back to Spurs, on for Bodvarsson and Bennett. Cov have hit the post. I think we might be able to see that. They've just gone to Guy Hayward reporting. It looks like it's going to be given away in midfield. Is that O'Hare driven from... Białkowski beaten by that one and smacks against the bar. Could have been 3-0 Cov. Imagine what a full den would be saying about this one. Not good. Not good at all. We've been talking about Chris Wilder. I would keep him, Kyle. I understand the argument that the worse it gets, the more likely that is to change. We're seeing a chance for Borough as well over at Wickham. Oh, big chance. Volleyed cross from the left goes in and is headed over the crossbar. The ball kind of bounces up. It's a diving header on the back post. Sorry, I'm just padding to tell you who the Borough number 7 is. I saw the number, not the name. It was Tavernier again, who couldn't quite convert that chance. So Borough starting the second half well there. Over at Wickham. Joe Garner is the example of how poor manager Lee Clark was. In order to get 2 decent strikers, he had to sign 4, one of whom was Garner, who only ever made 1 appearance for Huddersfield. Interesting. I really like Joe Garner at Ipswich. Absolute horrible player. Horrible to play against, but if he plays for your team, you love to see it, don't you? Talking of loans, Marley Watkins has come back. Marley Watkins, you can still find him. Harry, that's too kind again. Thank you, sir. 3rd super chat from Harry. I'll drink to that. If Barnsley get to the playoffs, the manager will go to a bigger Premier League club because it's an achievement to go from relegation to playoffs in one season. He'll certainly be very, very highly rated. Valerian Ismail. He's done a great job. There was some sense it was set up nicely for him. Decent squad. He seems to be using the same system that Gerhard Struber used, but it's him that's won the points. I don't buy that argument that someone could just come in and take credit for someone else's work. So, yeah, good shout, Harry. Definitely a great job by Ishmael so far. Only Benteke would get injured just as his 2-3 years of... Oh, is Benteke injured now? Sorry, that's probably been going on in the chat. Iain says sacking Wilder would be stupid. I wouldn't sack him, Iain, but then I'm a bit biased. I'm a big fan. So maybe I can't give a reasoned answer there. January 16th games are 6th. What does that mean, John? Are we talking about rescheduled games? Who knows? No goals yet in the second half. Let's bring the ticker up. Hopefully it's all updated. You can see the goals in the games we are covering so far today. Plenty going on. Second halves not producing any goals just yet. Sky have gone to the Liberty, so there may well have been a chance in the game between Swansea and Watford. Big one at the top of the championship there. Watford had taken the lead cleverly with the shot from the edge of the box. Did seem to go through Freddie Woodman, I would suggest. Great equaliser by Jamal Lowe, and that is his 5th goal in the last 6 games. No chance being shown. You read too quick. I deleted the comments. There we go. Sorry, John. January the 16th games are amazing for the bottom teams. What, difficult or easy? We will see. They've cut across to Birmingham against Blackburn. Birmingham losing 1-0. And they may about to be forcing a chance. Lecco coming in off the left. Ooh, just curves that one. Doesn't quite fly on target. Breaking news. Mill have had a shot on target. They've gone to Paul Merson as well. This is going to be another Norwich chance here. Let's have a look. Buendia, beautiful first touch. It falls to, is that Pookie again across the box? Campbell misses his kick. Norwich players queuing up on the back post there. I guess it would have been the left back Sorensen. I couldn't tell you for certain. All happened a little bit too quickly. Another chance possibly at Norwich as well. Wednesday have Cov and Wickham. But then it's very, very hard. We will find out. Swansea bossing the start of the second half, says David, who's watching Swans and Watford. Good. We've got a couple of people on that game now. Keep us updated. We're seeing a chance for Swans there. Oh, goodness. There's a goal been disallowed. Jake Bidwell popped it in. It's a weird one, actually. It came in from the right-hand side, and Ayew looked like he was going to head it in and missed it, possibly. I don't know who was actually offside out of Bidwell or Ayew, or whether if Ayew touched the ball, I guess he's interfering because it comes right across him and he makes an attempt for the ball. Everybody pray silence. We have royalty in the chat. Hi all, sorry to interrupt. I'm hungry. Shall I snack now and eat later this evening? Have a snack, my darling. You do what you need to. Sweetheart, if you are watching, is there any chance I can get a 7-Up, which I did enjoy, but you do what you need to, my love. And there's an equalising goal at Reading, and Lucas Zhao comes back, and Lucas Zhao scores like he's been doing all season. Played in left-hand side of the goal, slides it across with the right foot. It is 1-1. Our first goal in the second half. Zhao scores for Reading. I guess that must be number 12 or 13 of the season. Let's bring that up. In fact, let me bring up the goal scorers chart. So Zhao, yeah, his 12th of the season. There you go. We can have the table and the top scorers nearly pretty much in the same shot there. So for Reading, and there a hand appears through the door. Thank you, gorgeous. Say hi to everyone, darling. I think Shaylee's just come back off a dog walk, so we just get the arm through the door. Right. What else have we got? Hey to Shaylee. Hamza wants a 7-Up. If you just shout, one will appear through the door, Hamza. It's a tremendous system. Simon says we should never have let Zhao go. And that's been the story, Simon, of Chansiri's tenure at Wednesday, isn't it? It's not selling or signing at the right time. The timing of the recruitment. I'm not to say that I haven't had good players there, but you have to sell at high value and invest at low value. And it seems that Chansiri signed at high value and sold at low value, which, if you continue to do so, is an absolute recipe for disaster. Reading are level in that one, though. 15 in all competitions for Zhao. He got a hat-trick, didn't he? Harry is spending all his money in this stream. Thank you so much. A $2.99 super chat from Harry. Arsenal looking good at the moment. Are they playing? Or does he mean general? 7-Up, snowflakes. That's brutal. Absolutely brutal. What do we got here? Guarantee he'll leave Stoke and join Rowett as his next club. Rowett has who's that we're talking about? Ryan Woods? Possibly. We sign at low value and sell at high value. Yeah. Although honestly, Anir, unless it's Backinson or Semenyo, the assets are running down now. They need replacing, don't they? How's my fantasy? Not very well, Noah. I've had a bad couple of weeks there. I need to get focused on the fantasy league again. Norwich have taken the lead as they look like they were going to do so. Norwich have scored in the 62nd minute. Let's go and try and find out who the scorer is in that one. We'll see what that does to the league table as well. It's going to be a lovely old lead for them Canaries at the halfway mark. I don't know the scorer, but I can show you the live league table. And it's going to be a 14th win of the season for Norwich if they can hang on there. And I don't know whether this is good news or bad news if you're a Norwich fan, because Buendia has done it again. On the day the transfer window opens for Norwich, Buendia is the goal scorer. No doubt that'll be a lovely finish right into the corner from the edge of the box. Thank you to Mel and Daniel and Iain and Anir helping us out with that one. Buendia gives Norwich the lead, which 6 points clear. They'll go over Brentford. Brentford will have a game in hand. But look, 47 points from the first 23 games. Tremendous stuff from Norwich. 2 points per game. Looking good for yet another promotion from the Championship. Mel says, quality finish on the volley. We will no doubt get to have a look at that in a second. I think Sky are on a ad break. Romeo just got tackled by a player who slipped and was on the floor. And Zaha is injured, apparently, in the Palace Blades game. So only 2 goals in the second half for us thus far. Zhao and Buendia, 2 of the sort of form players in the Championship this season, really. Particularly 2 of the best players for their respective clubs, both scoring in this second half. Alistair is watching Preston versus Forest. Barkhuizen off the bar. 2 huge chances for him within 3 minutes. Barkhuizen, who's been doing all right, I think, for Preston, either wide or down the middle, up the top for them. Are we going to see the goal from Norwich? I'll react to it if I see it. They are 1-0 up now over Barnsley. It was a couple of minutes ago. 62nd minute goal for Norwich. I'll tell you what I could do is update the ticker at the bottom. And right, here comes the Norwich goal. Oh, lovely. So it's played in from deep, I think, by McLean, and what Buendia does so well. So it's a diagonal ball, and he's got so long to watch this one. It's a good ball by McLean, actually. Runs off the shoulder of Callum Britton, and he just cushions the volley, and it's a brilliant goal by Buendia. How much longer will we have him for in the Championship? I wonder. He's in sublime form for Norwich, Emi Buendia. This is the Saturday Super Stream, everybody. Let me just do a quick plug down the bottom there that says, if you are watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you're in the stream. Most importantly, get your comments in on whichever game you are watching. Even if you're here every stream, which I know got such good subscribers, a lot of you are, just hit that like button because it might bring other new subscribers like yourself into future streams. Let's have a look at your comments. FA Cup Super Stream, Iain, you're talking my language now, bro. You're talking my language. Thank you, Dylan, 50th like. Let me know what content you want to see during the week. I've had a lot of people ask me to review the predictions I made at the start of the season at the halfway mark and perhaps make some more going forward. Let me know any halfway mark stuff you would like to see on the channel. Kyle, fog at Forest Green. Is that in danger of being called off there? I wonder. Bits. Let's just have a look at the bits bet. I think we're going to see one of these chances Alistair was talking about for Barkhuizen. It's unlucky, actually. Trying to curve it into the far corner off the left foot. Unlucky. Relegated, dearly departed review. What do you mean, Anir? The ones that have, I don't know what you mean. What, the ones that are in League One? Let me know what you think. They had a streaker on the pitch, Ollie. The steward's been chasing her, then letting her go again. That's got to be the fake news sin bin, Simon. Am I opening it up for that one? 10-minute break to assess fog conditions. That sounds like it's only going one way, Kyle, at Forest Green. Brentford Spurs. What day is that, Liam, in the cup? But sure. What would be nice? Does anyone know who the dearly departed have got in the FA Cup? Is there any dearly departed versus Championship games? Charlton, Wigan and Hull. Okay. That sounds good. Anir. What is this Tuesday? Is it? Okay. We will have a look at that one. Oh, QPR Fulham. Sounds good. Pretty good. What else? Yeah, QPR Fulham. Definitely. Villa have Liverpool on the Friday night in the cup. Oh, this sounds great. Okay. We'll get the everyone's telling me, yeah, QPR Fulham. Brilliant stuff, guys. Leeds have Crawley. That sounds fun. Creepy Crawley. Ben, why not have a watch along of Ipswich Swindon, where you can bring my bias for once? I'll be shocking on here if I'm being biased, won't I? Getting fed up at the ineptitude of my football team yet again. I don't know if I can do it, Bits, leaving my bias at the door. Yeah, with that, they're great. Thank you for all the ideas, guys. I'll get them up on the whiteboard and get this all planned out. No goals for a while. We've only had 2 in the second half. Zhao and Buendia for Reading and Norwich, which leaves the league table looking a bit like that. Good news if you're a Norwich fan. They're going to make 2 points per game for half of the season, which means they are on target for a whopping 94-point finish, which will pretty much guarantee first place, won't it? You wouldn't think anyone is going to top that. Burton are 5-1 down in Jimmy Floyd's first game back. Lovely goal, actually, by Oxford as well. Lovely build-up, featuring a nice backheel low cross and a finish. What else is happening? So the Reading goal puts them up to 38 potentially. 3 teams tied there on 38 as it stands. Let's have a look. Lewis says, all Wednesday, aren't we? Some of us are. Big win last night. Certainly agree with that. Great win for Sheffield Wednesday. Rode their luck a little bit with some of the derby finishing, but 10 points in 4 games. Tremendous stuff. Ollie, if you've watched the channel before, Swansea have gone 2-1 up. Key goal in the Championship. Swansea going 2-1 up. I do tend to avoid the overrated, underrated thing as a rule, Ollie. Just personal taste with that one, but I do appreciate you putting the idea forward. I'm just a bit, you know me, I'm a bit autistically literal about things, and overrated and underrated doesn't really work for me as a concept. Not to say that it doesn't. Ollie says no, but I just want to be honest. Jamal Lowe has scored again, his second of the game. That's his 6th in the last 6 games. It's Corey Smith, and Lowe is doing exactly the job that the central striker I wanted Swansea to sign needs to do. He just pulls off at the back post. And who does he beat to the ball there? It might be Kiko Firmina there. I need to double check that one. But yeah, he just gets across his man get behind his man at the back post and nods that one in. It was indeed Firmina. I am that big of a nerd. Huddersfield 1, Reading 2. What a turnaround. And Lucas Zhao has scored again. Some informed players here, Lowe, Buendia and Zhao, lighting up this second half. Sensational stuff by Reading there, and a turnaround against Huddersfield, who had gone into this game on a run of 5 consecutive home victories. Great stuff by Zhao. I think that's goal number 13 for the season and 16 in all competitions for Lucas Zhao. Brilliant stuff by Zhao. And we're about to see the goal. It's worked, I think, Elise to Zhao, out of his feet, whack. He's so good at that, Lucas Zhao, isn't he? Because he's so powerful, people don't want to go touch tight with him, but then he's got good feet at the same time as well. Works that one out, just slams it in the corner. It's a great goal by Zhao, and they lead 2-1 now, Reading. And a lot of the Reading fans told me this. Reading are a totally different proposition with Zhao, Maite, etc. Swift back today. Great stuff for Reading. What else have we got in the chat? Well, I miss Lucas Zhao. Absolute animal in front of goal. That was a very animalistic finish. Oh, we're seeing another chance for Norwich. Pookie. Oh, God. They've got in behind this high line of Barnsley's over and again. And Pookie couldn't quite play the ball into Campwell's path. Looks like they could have had 3 or 4 in this game. Now Norwich with those balls in behind the high line, picking Barnsley off time and again by the look of it. It looks like the fog has cleared over at Forest Green. Good news there. We're going to have a chance for Wickham in this one. Long ranger, I think it's possibly Kashka over the top there. And they've hit the bar as well on the back post. They're headed down onto the ground and then bounced up and hit the crossbar. Did I see Lowe celebrate in front of Foster's GoPro? If he's done that, that's tremendous. You wondered when someone was going to do it. And that's the one thing with a footballer doing that. I know we all love it, but other players are going to start to pick up on it. And I know Foster's a very experienced player, but start to either bait him about it. And it's just whether it becomes an issue, whether it gets into his head. But yeah, I'd be interested to see the GoPro footage and whether Foster actually uses it. Alistair says, we're asking a lot of questions, had some big chances. This is Preston and Forest. Remember, keep us updated on whichever game you'll watch. You're making it too easy for Forest. The game is definitely swinging Preston's way, though. Zhao strikes again. What a player. Great goal. Good brace from Zhao. Can he get the hat-trick? I wonder. Owen Moxon, which nearly sounds like oxymoron. Or does it? I don't know. You tell me. Do you think Reading can hold on to Semedo, Zhao, Richards, Elise? Yes, in the short term. Elise's got another year after this one. So I would think, unless they get a penalty for Nottingham Forest. On 68 here, we've got a penalty for Forest, which Lewis Graben will likely take. Let's have a look. And it's Graben himself. No, it's not. Oh, it's a handball shout. I think Cafu. There's a guy on the ground, actually. Who was it? It was Darnell Fisher. Preston players furious about that one. Anyone know who the referee is in the penalty in the Forest game. We're going to see the penalty live and in Technicolor. Let me move the microphone across. I can't give a judgment on that penalty unless I see it again. So Graben's going to take 3 steps and hit it right-footed. Graben versus Rudd to give Forest the lead here in this one. Here comes Graben. Very slow walk up. No, he's just respotted the ball, actually. This doesn't look good for your concentration here. Graben trying to stay in the zone. Up he comes now. 2 steps left. Graben, and he puts it straight down the middle. He actually slips as he takes the penalty, and it goes down the middle. We've seen a few of them and double touches, let's just say. But no sign of that one. And in the 70th minute, Forest could be picking up a really, really good win away at Preston. So Forest lead 1-0. Remember, Forest were on a run of, I think, a win and then 3 draws. So 6 points in 4. If they get that win, that will be 9 points in 5. Really decent form now for Forest going into the halfway mark. So, yeah, we will see how that one transpires, but could be a really, really good day for Forest. We've got a penalty for Millwall as well. Millwall are 2 down at home to Coventry, but they have got a penalty in the 73rd minute. They're just showing the Graben penalty again. Is that with reference to a double touch? Oh, God, I can never tell any of these. We'll see if that one gets replayed. Jed Wallace has scored for the Lions of Millwall on 74. Is that going to be a comeback? It's back to 2-1 now. Millwall 1, Coventry 2. Jed Wallace penalty. So 2 penalties in quick succession there. If I pay attention to the screen, I think Sky are about to show it. Wallace has put it away. We know that. It's a nice ball through by Woods. And is that Parrott gets taken down? Pass. And Wallace, good penalty that. Right-footed goes low. Wilson goes the right way in the Coventry goal, but Wallace enough pace and right in the corner. And Millwall have 16 minutes normal time to score an equaliser. Let's just have a look at the live league table and see what that's going to mean for Forest having taken the lead in that Preston game. And it would put Forest up onto 22 points. You'd want to be 1 point per game for survival, and they're going to be 1 short. But it is going to move them away from the relegation zone, and Derby will be dropping down into it if Forest can indeed get that victory. We didn't mention as well, Swansea taking the lead just closes that gap up on Norwich to 4 points, and Swansea will go back into second position. Right, let's go to your comments as we come into Muller time. Last 10 minutes is going to be happening soon. Do I need to do an update there? Thank you, Ollie. Is it up? Let me just update the banner there. Thank you, Ollie. Any ones I've missed down the bottom there, please do let me know. 101 things going on here. Dowell on for Vrancic for Norwich. Fisher loves getting his hand on a ball, asked Patterson. Okay, nicely done, Simon. I'll give you that one. Iain agrees. Graben has double kicked it. Yeah, I need to get a look at that one. But Sky Sports certainly went back and had another look at that one. They're so hard to tell, aren't they? We've had 2, haven't we? There was the one for Middlesbrough against Norwich, which was Tavernier, was it? There was the one for Luton against Middlesbrough, which was James Collins. And there's this one now today, which is Graben. The other two were picked up on, and a free kick was given on the penalty spot for the double touch. So, yeah, we'll wait to see any more conclusive evidence of that one. But definitely smoke there. Is there a fire? We'll find out. Do you think Preston could be in trouble next year? They don't invest a lot. Fisher, Brown, Pearson, Johnson. Well, for sure, if all of those 5 players leave and they don't get fees, then yes, Coyle. But we'll see. We'll see what works with that one. For all my criticism of Woods, great ball, but it was, wasn't it? Nice, sort of, wasn't exactly a no-look pass, Alex, but a sort of reverse ball, nice speed on it through for Parrott, who goes down and draws the foul. Ben, can you see us beating Coventry? Are we talking today, Lewis? Is that Millwall? It's going to be a struggle today, but if you're talking about another game, let me know which one. How come there are so many teams and counties up in the north with a lion on their crest? Our hockey team is even called the Lions. Bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre. You've got Preston 1, Forest 0. Dole. There'll always be one I'll get around the wrong way. Thank you, whoever let me know that one. Let me just have a look. I'm away from the comments screen. Bosh, is that better? It's not to my satisfaction because I haven't got I've got a space. There you go. Thank you to Thomas. No, Sheffield Wednesday's next game. Where is it, Lewis? I'm sure the Millwall fans will think you can. At the moment, they're not happy chappies. Thoughts on Swans, says Connor. Very impressive. If they can get to second place at the halfway point and beating one of the Parachute Cartel today, that bodes well, doesn't it? Really, really does. And my thoughts are that they might not need a striker if Jamal Lowe keeps banging the goals in. Norwich are wasteful, man, says Joe. I think he's watching that one. We're seeing a goal for Hull at the top of League One, although Ipswich are so far behind now without having played any games since the week before Christmas. I don't even know what's going on up the top there. You're welcome. Right, 4:39 p.m. means we're into key time. So let's have a look at how everything is looking. So is anybody 2 goals ahead? No. So we could get goals in any of the games that can change the outcomes, if you know what I mean, either equalising or potential winning goals. It is Birmingham 0, Blackburn 1. So Birmingham are still in that one. Huddersfield 1. And as soon as I say that, Borough have just gone 3-1 up. Borough are looking the most home and hosed now of every team. They've just gone 3-1 up. Huddersfield 1, Reading 2. So Huddersfield are a goal away from levelling that one up. Millwall have just got one back. Millwall 1, Coventry 2. Looks like Akpom is the goal scorer for Borough. Millwall 1, Coventry 2. Millwall trying to stage a 2-goal fight back there. They've got one. We're just having a look at the Swansea game. It's a melee there in the box. Nothing really doing there. I don't know why Sky have shown that one. Is there going to be another better chance for Watford? Looks like Sema going down the right, crosses in, spanked over the top on the volley there by Troy Deeney. Quickly, Preston 0, Forest 1. Preston still in that one though. Swansea 2, Watford 1. Watford still in that one. And Wickham 1, Borough 3. That is our most convincing position. And straight into Muller time, or Norwich territory as Annie calls it. Then, here comes the Borough goal, by the way. Oh, dear. They've had a nightmare from set plays today, Wickham. It's a good corner, to be fair. I don't know who's swung it in. Possibly Patrick Roberts, was it? I can't quite tell. Someone let me know in the chat. But It swung right into the near post, and it looks like Alsop is sort of sideways on and has to dive virtually into his goal, and Akpom just sticks to follow up. And Paddy McNair with the corner in that one. And Middlesbrough look like they are going to be winning today. Let's just bring up the league table. Have they updated that? Yes, they have. So, yeah, Borough are going to be going into 7th, and Barnsley are losing as well. So that looks pretty much nailed on with about 10 minutes to go in most of the games. Let's have a look here. As a Cardiff fan, I'm gutted our game was called off as it gives Harris more time in the job. Whatever happens to Orange Footballs? He's old school there. Brownie. Complete rebuild for the Blades. Looking at this abject performance. Yeah, not good. Not good. Don't like to see it. I've always championed the teams that, or the complete rarities of teams that never had a parachute payment and managed to get promoted. But yeah, not going well. They'll be getting a parachute payment next season by the look of it. We're having a look at a chance in the Huddersfield game. Good save down to his right there by Raphael. And Benza with the right-footed volley there. I think Barnsley have a shot next year if they can keep their best out of few. I think the blueprint for someone like Barnsley now is, I hate to say it, you have to sell. You have to sell now because of FFP. You can't go out and spend without bringing in the income first, even if your owners do have the money. But it's what is the saleable asset, or can you keep the team together? And that's sort of the way that Millwall tried to do it this season, wasn't it? It's like, don't sell anyone, try and keep the team together. But normally, I have to say, the teams that do well actually do sell and reinvest well. Right, what else have we got in the chat here? Norwich replaced Buendia with Tetty, says Dennis. That sounds like they're shutting the door on Barnsley, doesn't it? Your best attacking midfield. They're probably the best in the league, or one of the best in the league, to use my rules. Replaced with a defensive midfielder. What else have we got? I wonder if it's worth Blaze letting Rhian Brewster go out on loan. Yeah, just the only thing is when Lock Young team is that if he does well on loan, then they'll say, why have you got a player out on loan scoring goals? But I know exactly what you mean. Anthony says the Norwich goal came after a free kick that should never have been awarded. We'll have to have a look at that. I'll plead the fifth on that, Anthony. I haven't seen it. I'm not a very emotive fan and very understanding of rest, but we've been robbed today. It does appear that may, and I'll plead the fifth again, Alistair, be the case. Looked like, Alistair, can you tell me about the penalty? Because it looked like Fisher was on the floor when he had the handball. Can you tell me what happened there? What have you got? What is Annie saying? Ben, you know you talk to a non-football fan and talk about the team you support, and we or us, and say you're not part of the team. Oh, I wouldn't rise to that, Annie. They don't understand the ownership that people take of their clubs. Woods nearly cost us. Bart saves the one-on-one. Let's have a look at the times in the games as we stand. Looks like Norwich and Barnsley is nearly over by the look of it. Just going to show a chance in the Preston game on Sky. Oh, Preston have hit the bar there. Number 6, I guess, is that Davis? Left-footed shot, hits the crossbar there from Preston. It looks like Norwich are already into stoppage time. Norwich 1, Barnsley 0. Everyone else on 86, 87 minutes there. I was going to make a joke there. Norwich are always furthest ahead. Is that the time difference from the East Coast? I'll get my coat, guys. What else have we got? Yeah, Davis off the bar. Thanks, Alice there. I'm throwing the play out to the football gods. Let Karanka be sacked. 1 point in 6 games. Birmingham showing no signs of getting back into that one, presumably then, Jay. We're starting to see full times. No, it's not a full time. It's been abandoned. Forest Green versus Oldham. Thank you, Kyle. That one is all done. Liam says, could see Millwall and Birmingham being dragged into a relegation battle on that form. Yes. Do I think Millwall should recall Bristol City should recall Casey Palmer? Yes. If Patterson's going to be out any longer, they just need players, don't they, Bristol City? So many injured. We're waiting for our late goal. When and where is it going to come? Because it will come. You know, there's always a late goal. Hey, we'll do this super stream once and there won't be a late goal, but there's always a late goal. Big chance for Mbenza. Sounds like Huddersfield have missed a 1v1 in the game against Reading. Sky are now going to show us that. Lovely ball through. Mbenza clear. Oof. And he puts it wide of the post. Well into stoppage time there, Mel. Surely Pookie off for Hugill and Cantwell off for Plachetta. Looks like Norwich heading for a win. Jay says of Birmingham, he says they're not going to be scoring anytime soon. Alfonso happy with mid-table mediocrity. Well, we'll still see if Huddersfield can get an equaliser in this one. Maybe not, Ben. We're not playing. Who am I talking about? Have I said the wrong name? It will happen. It will happen. There is the league table as it stands. Norwich going 4 points clear. Both Norwich and Swansea are winning. And that'd be a great win for Reading. Going to move up into 4th position at the halfway mark, pending whatever it is that Bournemouth get up to tonight. At Stoke, looks like we're going to see something from Swansea and Watford. There are 30 seconds of normal time left. Aha, the late goals, yeah. Rotherham have been horrible for that, haven't they? Last minute of Norwich. Is that stoppage time, Mel? I think they're into the last minute of stoppage time there. Ejaria is on for Reading. Good player to have as a sub, isn't he? I like Ejaria a lot, actually. So, Middlesbrough look like our most certain team to win, although Norwich are, I think, 94 minutes up now. Here comes the miss in the... Oh, my God. How did Norwich do it? It's pretty much an open goal that Barnsley have missed there. Squared across to the back post and they just can't direct it goalwards. Exactly the same thing happened in the game against QPR. Bright Samuel missing a real big chance. And we have our first winners of the day. And Norwich 1, Barnsley 0 is a full time. Big chance there. Big chance late on for Barnsley at Norwich. But well done to Norwich. They're going to be our leaders at the halfway mark and 4 points clear as well. Kyle's already writing off Xisco at Watford. First defeat for him on the way today. It's starting to become unfathomable, the amount of games without a Sheffield United run. No, it's crazy, isn't it? Never seen anything like it. Going to set all sorts of records here. Well done, Norwich, says Simon. They are our league leaders and 2 points per game at the halfway mark. Don't remind me of Samuel's miss. QPR, did you see the one for Barnsley just then? They're nearing full time into stoppage time pretty much everywhere. Now 5 minutes added time there, says Alex, between Millwall and Coventry. Coventry looking for a fine away win there. One I didn't foresee coming, I have to say. No late goals, though. Yet, Cisco, I'm an 80s man myself. These are the times we all wish for. Joe says Norwich going up to just go down again next season. Well, enjoy going up, Joe, anyway. We do have a late goal. It's come, sadly, for our Blues friends. It's come at Birmingham, and Blackburn have gone 2-0 up. Blackburn are definitely going to be winning today. They have gone 2-0 up at Birmingham, and the boos would be raining out, wouldn't they, if there were fans in the ground there at St Andrews. Another home defeat. It's a breakaway. Tyrese Dolan holds it up. Inside, outside. It's going to Bradley Dack. Oh, well, even if you are a Birmingham fan, you have to say, after a year out, it's great to see Bradley Dack scoring. He's such a good player. And to have a year just taken out of your career like that for a bad injury. So congratulations to Bradley Dack on his comeback. And he's in the goals. And congratulations to Blackburn, who are going to be winning. And so Swansea have won. It's full-time. Swansea 2, Watford 1. Let's see if that one is coming through as a full-time on SofaScore. Sometimes we do get some weirdness with the league table as it's updating. But that one is all over. And if you look for Blackburn as well into 11th, Estevez hits the bar for Reading as well. And Murray Wallace has been red carded at Millwall. That may just about, second yellow for Murray Wallace, that may just about do their chances there. Murray Wallace off. Millwall, 10 men. Borough have won. I mean, they were 2 goals ahead. So we thought they were going to, but they are full time now and full time for Swansea as well. Let me just hit refresh. Got to make sure I do it on the right window, else I disappear, which is not advisable right at the end of the stream. Just the one late goal, though. Bradley Dack's late goal there for Blackburn is our only late goal so far today. Well done, Swans. Well done, Borough. Indeed. Neil says, poor performance for Barnsley and Norwich. Heads went down after the goal. Missed Mowat. I thought Borough were 3-1 up. They are. Should we update that? Some errors may happen. It's a long old shift on the super stream, isn't it? There we go. Should all be updated, present and correct. There, it's going to be a good day for Reading, isn't it? If they can hold on. Well, it looked like they were going to add a third rather than just holding on. 92nd minute between Preston and Forest there, still playing out that one. That'd be a really great win for Forest. It'd be 9 points in 5 games and obviously undefeated in 5 as well if Forest can hold on there. A few full times coming through now. Norwich have beaten Barnsley 1-0. Swansea have beaten Watford 2-1. Good day for those two up at the top there, both winning. Other full times, Borough have won 3-1 against Wickham. Barnsley, as we mentioned, defeated 1-0 at Norwich today. Blackburn are 2 up. We expect them to get 3 points. There's only seconds left there. Preston and Huddersfield both losing at home today. Coventry trying to get over the line. They're 2-1 up at Millwall. In stoppage time now, all of these remaining games, and Birmingham, as we mentioned, are 2 down at home to Blackburn. No more full times coming through yet. We will find out. Interesting to see Farker and Ismail having a very long chat in the centre circle after everyone has left the pitch. And everyone has left the pitch now at Huddersfield, because Reading, that's a full time, and Coventry have won full times at Millwall and at Huddersfield. Reading winning 2-1 at Huddersfield. Great win for Reading. They go into 4th place pending whatever Bournemouth do tonight. But really good first half of the season for Reading under Veljko Paunovic. They're definitely going to be in those playoff spots. And good first half of the season for Coventry, 26 points from the first 23. That extrapolates out at 52 points for the season. If they can match the first half of the season, then Coventry are definitely staying up. If they can match it. Birmingham 0, Blackburn 2 is a full-time score. So Birmingham lose again. They're on a really bad run. And with the owners at Birmingham having 2 weeks to think about it, I wonder, is Mr. Karanka in trouble? He's not been there a long time. But hey, we've seen the owners at Birmingham Trillion do odd things before. I think we're just waiting for Preston and Forest, which Forest are leading in. Look at that. It would be an 11th defeat of the season for Preston. My God. And they're still halfway up the table. So erratic, Preston. Palace 2, Blades 0 in the Premier League. Bad to worse still for the Blades. They are going to stay bottom. They're our dearly departed team playing at 3 p.m. today. Leeds losing over at Spurs earlier today. Bracan says low 6 in 6. Who needs a striker? Well, he's proving me wrong, because I said for the longest time that Swansea could do with a goal scorer. There you go. Couldn't join the chat today. Is at the old opticians for an eye test. There we go. Good win for Norwich, but only saw the last 20 minutes. Mel says Norwich created a lot more chance to deserve win, but Barnsley look good. Tyler, not happy with the Norwich goal, but they did appear to create a fair through chances. Just Zhao back for Reading today. No Maite, but Zhao back and scoring 2 goals. We're just waiting on Preston and Forest as our last remaining score to come in the Super Stream. All of the other results are scrolling across the bottom of the screen. And when that scroll restarts, I will go through some of the action there. So Palace 2, Blades 0 in the Championship. I haven't updated that. Oh, dear. I'll go through them when they're correct, guys, for goodness sake. Blackburn scored a second goal. Late on, it was Birmingham 0, Blackburn 2. Dak back amongst the goals in stoppage time. They're still waiting for Preston and Forest. Armstrong with his 16th for the season in the first half. Huddersfield 1, Reading 2. Huddersfield took the lead. Reading coming from behind. 2 goals by Lucas Zhao on his return. His 15th and 16th of the season in all competitions. Millwall 1, Coventry 2. Big away win there for Coventry. Own goal by Jake Cooper and a Gus Hamer shot deflecting in of Jake Cooper. Norwich 1, Barnsley 0. Emi Buendia on the day the transfer window open, scoring a lovely volleyed goal to put Norwich on 47 points at the halfway mark. They are looking at 94 points and promotion if they can match their first half of the season in the second half. And they've got a full squad now as well. So look out, everybody there. Swansea 2, Watford 1. Big win for Swansea. Big game for Jamal Lowe. Do they need a striker? I wonder. He scored 6 in his last 6. And Xisco Munoz, first defeat as manager in his second game there at Watford. Wycombe 1, Middlesbrough 3. No 2 straight defeats. And 4 wins in 5 for Borough, moving into 7th place. Stoke's perennial position. Stoke can go back in there if they can get a point tonight over Bournemouth later on. And yeah, that's it, because Stoke and Bournemouth is 7:45. Still haven't finished at Forest and Preston, so I'll go a little bit longer and tell you that postponed was Brentford, Bristol City and Luton QPR. So QPR dropping beneath Forest. Luton. Have Luton held their position? No. I guess they would have gone below Blackburn. Today, Rotherham and Cardiff was a snow postponement. Rotherham dropping into the bottom 2. But Rotherham will now, and I don't know whether this is a blessing or a curse. I know someone will say in the comments, depends what you do with them, Ben. but Rotherham will now have 3 games in hand over Wycombe, Sheffield Wednesday, Forest and Birmingham in that bottom 7. I believe there's a head injury problem at Preston and Forest. So hopefully those players are okay. Alistair says clash of heads. I think it's Sambasau. They've restarted though. They've played 9 minutes of stoppage time. So we will stay here a little bit longer. If I stay here just a little bit longer. It is over. It's all I said it is over and then clicked the wrong refresh on the wrong window. I do apologise, everybody. Welcome back into the chat. Hopefully you can see me. Are we back up and running? I hope we are, because that was really silly. Can everybody see me again? Completely my fault. I clicked refresh in the wrong window. So we are done. Let's click refresh in the right window now. You're only ever a mouse click away from complete disaster when you're streaming live, aren't you? My apologies. There you go. That is the league table for today and all of the results there. Floodlight failure at Ben's. Absolutely. We'll keep that up. Yes, sorry. My apologies. Everybody's here. Thank you to Simon. Any final thoughts here? David says only watch the second half. So before I slate him, can anyone tell me if Andre Gray did anything in the first half? 3 home wins in the last 21 for Millwall. Chris, not a happy chappy, but full of praise for Coventry there. Five Belly says, as a Swans fan, best he's seen this season. Best teams I've seen us play this season, are Bournemouth and Barnsley. Speaking of Barnsley, Tyler is happy, looking to push on. Why isn't Zhao shown on the league table? Are you calling Reading a one-man team? Dennis says, another great result for Norwich, not firing all cylinders. Should improve if no transfers. That's the key now for Norwich. Can they keep Buendia and Aarons in this window? William says, Jamal lowest class. Last 6 games, 6 goals. He's certainly doing well. Final thoughts from Bits. Sunderland are rubbish. Yeah, that was Bits' bet up in smoke. So there is a tiny chance we'll do Bournemouth and Stoke later, but assuming all is well in my house and my missus isn't unwell or anything, I'll be hanging with her. But I will definitely be back for the review show tomorrow at 10:30, the Championship review. We will look at every single result there. Cheers, Mr. Bloom. Sin bins are class, aren't they? Just we love them. William, the Swansea fan, wants a favour from Stoke tonight. Right. Thank you, everybody, for joining me in the Saturday Super Stream. Ever popular. I love doing this show, and it's really, really, really fun for me, and I love all of the interactions. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Dennis and Noah, Iain, Mike. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Come and join me again. It should be all set for 10:30 tomorrow morning, assuming I'm well organised. And we will do the review show. With all of that being said, thank you, everybody. Another shout out for David before we go. Sponsors the Super Streams, fan of the channel and happy to support great content. Come and join David and a load of others on Patreon as well with the extra content. With all of that being said, 2 weeks off now from Championship football, so we'll drill down more into that tomorrow in the review show and in the coming week, 10 days or so. Thank you very much for watching. Over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.